Hey guys, we're working on a 94 Ford F-150 today with the 4.9 straight six, and I'm going to show you how to replace an alternator, get the battery lights turned off, and get it charging again. Let's get started. Alright, first thing we got to do is take this belt off. So right next to your power steering, you got your belt tensioner. Take a 5/8 inch wrench, put it on that second nut, bolt, whatever you want to call it down there, and pull it toward the driver's side over the top. You can see that loosens the belt up. You can slip it right off. The belt tensioner will return pretty far back. Just make sure you don't cut your fingers on the fan or anything. But now that we got the belt off, we can just pull it right off the alternator there, and now get the alternator bolts out. All right, the first bolt is this one up top here. Go ahead and break it free. And this one's pretty short. It just goes into a tongue coming off the alternator body. The next bolt is this one right here. And I believe that one's going to be pretty long, so you're going to have to make sure it doesn't hit the fan as you take it out. So I got the alternator free there, but I was not able to pull the bolt all the way out because it actually hits the radiator. So you just have to pull it back as far as you can and then go ahead and pull the alternator out. See, it's still stuck in there, but I was able to get the alternator free. So now we can unplug it. So this first clip has a clip right there. I already broke it, but just pry that one out and pull it out. This one has two on it. Pry those up on either side or break them. There we go. Boy, that plug has seen better days. I pretty much destroyed the plug inside the alternator, but we're replacing it. All right, this is the new alternator I got. Of course, it has a lifetime warranty. It actually comes with a new plug and pigtails, so you can crimp these on. And it looks like there's even some heat shrink there, so that's pretty nice. And it came with another one of these bolts for that top bracket. So let's go ahead and throw this thing in. I said this was a plug, but actually it's just built in right there. So I will have to cut the wires on the other plug and crimp on these connectors. And that will mean this doesn't ever come unplugged. That's all right. All right, so before we get the new alternator installed, I noticed this piece right here was just slightly pushed too far in this way, and the bracket couldn't quite slip in there. So I'm going to come in and tap on that some, make sure we don't send a bolt through the radiator there, but try and move that little bushing out a little bit. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's see. Yep, bolt went through and I was able to thread it in. Just a couple taps there, fix that problem. Let's go ahead and throw this bolt in at the top here. Pull your alternator over. All right, there you go. I'm going to go ahead and get that bolt tightened up and we'll keep moving. All right, this is what we're dealing with here. We got one small wire, two large ones. These are both black with an orange stripe, it looks like. This one's white with a black stripe. It might be tan or yellow, can't really tell. But then we have a small white wire coming out of the alternator, and then two more large black ones. So it does go white and then a large one and a large one. So we just want to make sure when we do this, we keep them in the same orientation as they are in the alternator. So I'm just going to snip this connector off as high as I can and then strip it and crimp it on. All right, I got those 3 wires hooked up and then I electrical taped them. Just take this guy, plug it back in, make sure it's good and seated in there. And that looks like it could come right off. So I think I'm going to get some zip ties and zip tie that thing on there a little bit better. All right, and since I was in there and had to take the belt off, I went ahead, put a new one on. So we'll just pull the tensioner back and loop the belt over the power steering again. And then do one last double check. Make sure that it's running right on all the pulleys, and we look good. All right, now let's see if that did the trick. Yep, battery light's off. We are back to charging. Thanks for watching.